Good morning, everybody. Been working on going to breakfast this morning. Thought I'd come on here and start making a video. As I was doing this is what I do every morning. I get up, I have to walk out here, turn the lights on. Oh, that's bright. I got Dad sitting out here waiting on me. So we're gonna go jump in the truck with him. We're gonna ride down here and get something for breakfast, and then come back for work. So I don't think we'll ride along, but that's right. There they are. There's Pops.
Yeah. What's going on?
There's Trevor.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's my son.
How's it going?
And he's sitting in the front seat. I might have to run his ass to the back, but you know how it is. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right. We got Derek's saw again. We fixed the oiler yesterday again. We've had a problem with this one leaking oil, so we're gonna crank it this morning and see if we got the oil leak stopped. We'll see if it smokes like crazy this morning. Everybody keep your fingers crossed. This has been a problem. Turn the switch on, it might crank back. Finally. Well, Derek, looks like we got to stop leaking oil. That means I can get it all, let me do this. That means I can get it all boxed up and get it sent to you. I got Lance Dixon's down in Florida. I've got to get it done. It has the same problem. The oiler's leaking over into the crankcase, making it smoke like crazy. Hopefully we'll get that and took care of next and get some of this stuff taken care of. All right, I'm gonna stop this video. I'm gonna keep making these little short clips through the day, and then I'm gonna make y'all a video tonight. Oh, that's right. Ha ha! We're back again. Y'all getting the edited video today because we have been busy doing all kinds of stuff. But guess what? Look what happened to come by today. Y'all know what this is? Yeah. Some of you do. Some of you know what it is. Dad and my Uncle Floyd used to race 91Bs back in the 70s. And Floyd went on racing 101s later on, I think. And Dad went by and visited him today and come back with one of these. And you know how it fits on there like that. And we're going to tear it apart and have a look in here and see what kind of shape it's in. Because we probably want to get an ultrasonic cleaner. And the reeds definitely need to be changed on the V plate. So I figured, what the heck. I haven't got my video made for the day. I've made two little ones that I'm going to edit to the front of this one. Y'all done seen it time you see this. But nevertheless, I'm going to tell you anyway. But no, Dad and Floyd used to race the Mack carts back in the 70s. Dad sat and tell all kind of stories about it, about the craziness they went through. Things he done quit racing them by the time I come along. and he didn't have anything saved, but Uncle Floyd still had some stuff, so he went by and seen him today, and he blessed us with one of these carburetors. So that means we're gonna have to build another saw, because I'm not gonna put this on the first one. I'm gonna put it on the second one, and in order to have a second one, we're gonna have to build another one. So we're gonna have to build another one. That's all there are to it. And we don't know what kind of shape this carburetor's in, because it's set. Well, I'm actually impressed. I mean, it's tarnished, don't get me wrong. But
20 or 30 years.
yeah, it's been setting a good many years.
These diaphragms don't look terrible.
I mean, they ain't the worst looking in the world, but it could dang sure use a resurfacing. It's gonna need a resurfacing for sure. Yeah, we'll have to do a little resurfacing, I believe, but we're gonna see if we can crack all these pieces apart. Y'all know, just love taps. Don't beat the fire out of it. Remember, we're trying to save it, not kill it.
You need a carburetor kit for it if anybody can find one.
We may need a carb kit for this. I'm trying to gently pull it apart, but we all know how that works sometimes. Half stuck on one side, half stuck on the other. And all my little razor knives are hard to find right now because there's so much stuff on the table. We're gonna take this little thing and we're gonna put it right up in there and just walk it around. And Yahtzee. There's the screen. It's stuck to that gasket a little bit, but the screen looks good. This carburetor actually looks pretty good on the inside. I'm impressed.
Probably because of alcohol.
Well, usually alcohol kills them.
Yeah, it eats them up.
The diaphragm's good. It ain't even hard.
Expecting they made something.
I got a feeling the needle's probably not any good, but the diaphragm feels good. And it come loose. Look at that. I mean, the diaphragm's a little bit stiff, but for a carburetor's been sitting who knows how many years.
Probably at least 20 or 30.
We're gonna put a little bit of that stuff on there. I believe this carburetor would actually run. As good as this carburetor looks on the inside, I'd almost be willing to bet that it did not have alcohol in it. Because if it had alcohol in it, it'd be shot. At least I think it would. I don't know about that. I think that is part of the pulse system. Yeah, if it sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about on some of the stuff on this carburetor, because I don't. I have never had one of these in my hands, and I've never had one tore down till today. So I ain't gonna stand here and blow smoke in your butt telling you I know exactly what I'm doing. I ain't got a clue. I just know how carburetors work, so we're going in to see what's in it. I don't think that's a screw. At least I hope it's not a screw. Because if it is, it's stripped and I probably have a hard time getting it out. Try to lay all these little pieces back here because we're going to put all this in the, that thing. What is that thing?
Ultrasonic thing.
Yeah, that thing. That is a screw. And it's a strip screw. Aha. I bet your sweet little rear of that is going to be fixed or something for it goes back in there. So that rascal is hard to get in and out. I just want to see what the insides look like. There's actually a metering diaphragm under that thing. There is, that's the high jet, there's the low jet, and it is a little crusty. But it does not look like it's drilled for alcohol.
May not be.
This carburetor may not be drilled, y'all. I sure hope it ain't. Not that we don't want to run alcohol in one, but we don't want to right now. It's not that we don't, we just don't want to now. We may, then again we may not. This is awful. This is awful hard thing to get parts and build, to put alcohol in it and try to smoke her over real good. I just want a good running saw and something that's powerful. Of course, it's not like it ain't gonna be powerful, right? Anybody think it won't be powerful?
There's not a whole lot that comes out of the shop that ain't powerful.
It's gonna be like, I got a Poland with more power than that. No, I bet you don't. I'm trying to see.
We've had 25cc saws come out of here with power.
That's right. This is what I want to see, this big old needle. Now that is not a rubber tip needle. Huh.
It's got a seat down the bottom of it.
Yeah, I always said these things was rubber tipped.
Got a seat down it.
It's got a brass seat in it. This is a big old carburetor. The butterfly's actually got some wear in it, y'all. It's been run. It's been run a lot. It's been run enough that they wore the butterfly flap out. Not the flap, but the rod that goes through that the butterfly is bolted to. It's got wear in it, so I'm probably gonna have to set it up in the mill and bore it and sleeve the hole and maybe make a new shaft, because I don't think I can find one. I'd about be willing to bet that they're kind of hard to find. I'll back these screws up and let the nuts pop the gasket loose is what I'm trying to do here. Because I don't want to mess the gasket up, but it ain't looking like it wants to come off there. Any of y'all that do this, you do it, you try to save your gaskets. Even if you can't save the gasket reusable, in reusable condition, if you save the gasket whole, it makes your gasket guy a lot happier when you send him a whole gasket. Right, Brian? It looks like we got it loose. Because if I can send him a piece of the gasket that's still whole, he says it's a lot easier to make a new one that way than it is if the gasket's tore into shreds. Yeah, they definitely. That smells like a go-kart track. 40 years ago, 30 years ago. I remember what it smelled like. It's one of my first memories is the smell of alcohol at a go-kart track. I remember it. I remember being at the go-kart track when I was a youngin'. I was a youngin'.
Diapers, you know.
Yeah, I was in diapers, y'all. Bellhopper was running around in the go-kart track pits, and he was just an infant, barely big enough to walk.
D-Lo, surprised you remember that.
Yeah, Dad
He
couldn't
said there's
believe.
no way you remember that.
He couldn't believe it. I remember being at the go-kart track. I told him by George I did. These gaskets right here are probably old enough to have asbestos in them. Back when they made stuff to last. It does smell that. That's what the go-kart track used to smell like.
Inside the carburetor?
Just smell right down the bore of it. Smell that hint? That's what it used to smell like at the go-kart track.
Alcohol.
I ain't kidding, boys. It smells like alcohol. You can definitely smell it on the reeds. That makes me happy.
Just run alcohol through the stock carburetor.
I love the smell of alcohol.
Or they might have mixed.
They might have run some partial. Well, the insides of this carburetor doesn't look like that it was left with alcohol in it.
Somebody probably did it the right way.
Because those of y'all that knows what alcohol does, oh good heavens, that's big. Well, it opens up, or it closes the high side port off pretty good if you run the screw in all the way. I'll probably clean that with the cleaner. There was one in here that I seen that needs resurfacing. That one's probably going to get resurfaced, and this one right here, this one is definitely going to get resurfaced because it is way not flat. Let me go tickle it a little bit on the sander, see what it looks like. Yeah, I'd say it needs it. Yeah. Yep, it needs a little resurfacing. We ain't gonna resurface it on my sander though, cause I got some heavy grit paper. I got real heavy grit paper on my sander, so we're not gonna sand it. We're not gonna sand it on mine. We'll take it down to Dad's and we'll sand it on his sander because he's got a real fine grit paper that we use for doing surfacing lawnmower heads and stuff like that. So we're gonna put all this stuff in the ultrasonic cleaner vat. If I can get it all in here, try to leave a little room between all the plates. Try to leave a little room where it'll have area to get around it. We're going to put this in the ultrasonic cleaner and let her go for a little bit. Oh, we ain't got quite enough stuff in there. That's just over it now. And some more of that stuff. Y'all still there? I see you. Some of that old go-kart track dirt. The reeds are not. The reeds is getting a little crusty, so we're gonna pull them off right quick. And get them off, we're gonna pull them off anyway. We've got straight screws on them instead of Phillips. We're gonna pull these off because I got brand new reeds for the car. I got brand new sets of reed plates. These got some wear on them. Yeah, some of it's corrosion built up where the reeds is flipped open. Yeah. Y'all see the corrosion? Yeah. See a little bit of white on there? A little bit on the other side too. We're gonna clean that off. I found a piece of sandpaper that fell on the floor earlier. Yeah, here's a little piece. Oh, forgetting that y'all are watching again. Y'all have to excuse me. I forget that y'all can't see when I hold it in a certain place. Take some of that fine emery cloth. Get that corrosion off there. We don't want it to go no farther. Yeah, I might have to send Brian them other gaskets and get some more. Good thing I didn't ship them this morning, ain't it? I have to get one of these off to send it to him. So thankful for Scotch-Brite. It does a wonderful job cleaning this stuff up, making it nice and pretty and smooth again. See that? Cleans it right up. Since this gasket back here is eat up, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it off. And I have seen these gaskets here, but I'll probably scrape one of them off and put it in the box and send it to Brian. So we can get some of those made too. But Brian's got a passion for this, making the gaskets. He ain't doing it for the money or the fame. He just enjoys doing it, y'all. Same reason we all do it, right? I know this is one of my favorite things sometimes, is building these saws. And I'm glad y'all like watching it, because I like to show it to you. I just have a hard time remembering the film stuff because I'm all over the place. I run ragged some days, back and forth, in and out the door, in and out the door. So I don't never sit down 100% of the time and film in one spot, and I don't have somebody chasing me around with the camera. It makes it real hard to do. Trying to get it to you. A little bit of cleaning on there. It makes getting that gasket off a whole lot easier. I don't know where my other piece of emerald off, man. It falls off the table, gets here and there and everywhere. I keep breaking stuff off the table. Yeah, that cleaned up pretty good. Much cleaner than it was. A lot flatter too. Now, can't really adjust those reed plates any because they will not fit in the stuffer. They won't fit in here. I don't think if we do. I'll have to try to get this gasket off here. Now this right here, this is an art form. Trying to get these old gaskets off. If you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. Just stick that razor knife makes getting them off whole so much easier. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think that would work like that. That probably will. have to check the carb to see if they'll fit. But, well, that's some of the things we got going today. Oh, look, we got the chip guard. We got the new chip guard put in there. Got that took care of, so. I was gonna film that earlier, and I got done, and I told Andrew, I said I had to turn the camera on. So, we got it done. We got the oil tank and stuff put on the other 125. This is just the one I'm using as a template because I'm trying to build a muffler. Because I got no muffler. Anybody out there got a muffler for 125? I could use one.
It's already.
Yeah, we'd really like to see if we could find one, that's for sure. Looks like I'm gonna need a carburetor kit for a BDC 16. I'm gonna start hunting one of them sooner or later here. Yeah, I mean, this one would work. I can't believe it's in as good shape as it's in. As long as it's been sitting. It's been sitting over there and it's been sitting for a long time. But hey, it looks like the video is almost 30 minutes. I'm gonna stop it off. We'll get some more stuff out for you sometime next few days or so. Y'all enjoy this. Bellhopper out.